Hey guys, let's talk about what sine is. All right. So sine is a ratio. It's a ratio. It's a ratio that compares two lengths of a right triangle. Alrighty, and sine, specifically the sine ratio compares the opposite side of an angle to the hypotenuse of the triangle. So if I ever ask you, hey, what's the sine of this angle? You're like, well, it's the opposite side of that angle divided by the hypotenuse. Okay, so it's a ratio. That's what it compares there. So I have two examples where we're going to be finding sine of some angle. The first example says sine of angle A. Sine of angle A. So I know that means I'm looking for the opposite of angle A over the hypotenuse. So I like to put that little O and H there because it helps me keep things straight. So I come over to my triangle. I'm like, all right, I'm looking at angle A, and I want to know the opposite side of angle A. Well, the side opposite angle A isn't going to be the hypotenuse, so it's not going to be that 5, and it's not going to be the adjacent side. The adjacent would be that 4 because that's the leg that's next to angle A. So the opposite side of the opposite leg would be that 3, okay? So it's the leg that angle A opens up to. Or if I had a little dude standing here at angle A, he would be looking at that 3. So the side opposite of angle A would be that 3. And then we know that the hypotenuse of a triangle is always opposite the right angle. So this right angle points you to the hypotenuse, and it always will. So that hypotenuse is always going to be across from the right angle. So 3 over 5 would be my ratio for sine. So what's sine of A? It's 3 over 5, dude. Okay, that's all there is to it. All right, so let's change things up a little bit. Let's look at, instead of looking at angle A we're done with you. Let's look at angle B. All right, so I'm going to erase a lot of this stuff. And now I'm just looking at angle B's perspective, okay? So now I'm saying, what is sine of angle B? All right, I know that the sine ratio is opposite over hypotenuse. So I'm thinking, what is the opposite side from angle B? Well, it's 4. And my hypotenuse is still 5 because that right angle is still pointing to the 5. All right, so we just found sine of angle A and sine of angle B. So try pausing the video now and doing these practice problems and see if you get them right, and then hit play and check your work. So hit pause now. Alrighty, so you should have tried these, and let's check your work. Let's see if you said that sine of x was equal to opposite, so 15 over the hypotenuse, which is 17 because it's across from the right angle. So if you got 15 over 17, good job. And then let's look at sine of z. So let's look at angle z. Its opposite side is 8. So 8, and the hypotenuse is still 17. So sine of z should be 8 over 17. Hope you got those right. If you didn't, I hope you learned something. Let's try the next one. Sine of m. So for sine of m, I'm looking at angle m, and I'm saying, dude, what's your opposite side? It's 12. So it's 12 over the hypotenuse, which is 13. So 12 over 13 was the right answer there. And then sine of t. So I'm looking from angle t's perspective. What's the opposite side? And it's 5. And the hypotenuse is 13. And there you go. So sine is a ratio. Sine is a ratio. And that ratio is the opposite leg of whatever angle you're dealing with over the hypotenuse of the triangle. So that's all there is to it. I hope you learned something. That's all I got.